Who says nature is not fickle? Every now and then, we get to witness some of its eccentric phenomena in the form of bizarre animals, weird births, and unbelievable mutations. Get ready to spend some moments of absolute amazement, as in this video, we are going to show you some of the most incredible and weird animals that will surely make you question your sanity. So, let's get into it. Human-faced goat. We have all heard of people with faces resembling animals, but have you ever heard about an animal looking like a human? This viral video of a newborn goat originated from Madhya Pradesh, India, has taken over the internet as users wonder why the young goat oddly resembles a human, with its two eyes bulging and closer together, surrounded by thick white fur. The newborn goat appears to have a human-like face. As per the veterinarians, the goat suffers from a condition called head dyspepsia, which occurs in 1 out of every 50,000 animals. The condition is commonly noted in cattle, but rarely among goats. But there are also some people who consider it a god gift or an evil sign. Two-headed snake. Let us introduce you to Medusa, a two-headed albino snake. That's right, twice the forked tongues, twice the fangs, and double the nightmares. The two-headed reptile was born in captivity and currently resides in Florida. The two heads were actually identical twins that split from one embryo to become two. But the twin embryos fused after splitting, producing the very unique Medusa. It's really difficult to live with two heads, as there's a constant war between them. When it comes to feeding time, both heads simultaneously enjoy a separate meal. If one finishes before the other, it attacks the slower eater. That's when the owners are required to step in. Even after eating, the smell of recent prey can lead to a hungry attack. Kenny, the white tiger. With his wide face, short snout, and huge underbite, Kenny the rare white tiger makes a strange spectacle. And due to this bizarre appearance, he got famous on the internet with the name of the world's ugliest tiger. The reason behind this unnatural deformity is yet to be confirmed, as people have mixed opinions on it. Some people think that it is because Kenny got affected by Down syndrome. And by the way, this is the most strong reason in this regard. On the other hand, many people claim it as the result of cruel inbreeding by money-hungry animal traffickers. Here, it's important to mention that Kenny's breeder denied that blame and said that it was because of Down syndrome. But what do you think about that? Pig with two heads. On the heels of the twin shark movie, this conjoined twin piglet was born and astounded the villagers in the Philippines. It looked like all of their bad assumptions about evil animals had come true. But at the same time, some of them were also construed like a lucky newborn in their village. Then they decided to ask experts about it. Religious experts endorsed the existing theories of their mind, whereas veterinarians told them that this eye-catching developmental abnormality is known as bicephaly or dicephaly, and is a phenomenon that's been around for at least 150 million years. Moreover, they said that they are almost two piglets with one body. Undoubtedly, we are still unaware of many wonders on our planet. Shark with a curve. It seems like this poor shark might have faced some painful accident. But nope, that's not the result of any accident. It was because of innate deformity. Sea divers remained shocked and surprised after watching her. She was looking in real trouble, so they took her with them and handed her over to Mississippi Aquarium. There, she was diagnosed with scoliosis and kyphosis, which caused sideways and outward curvatures of the spine. The only cure of this deformity was a spine surgery. So, vets pursued it, and in September 2020, Stella the sand tiger shark had a successful spine surgery. See the result with your own eyes. It cannot be straightened completely, but the poor fish had some relief at least. Bull with 6 legs. And here's another wonder of Mother Nature in Karachi, Pakistan. A bull with 6 legs and 2 tongues. 6 legs are clearly shown as 4 legs on which he's standing, and 2 legs on his neck, but 2 tongues aren't clearly visible. The owner claims that 1 tongue is in his mouth, and the other can be seen along with these 2 additional legs. But it's yet to be confirmed whether it's a tongue or just a random addition. The owner further said that the bull was 6 months old when he bought it, and that there was just a groom of meat on his neck. Later, as he grew, these 2 legs and 1 tongue formed. The Jacob sheep. Nope, your eyes are completely all right, and you're not watching things doubled. This sheep really has 4 horns. Look at them, they perfectly seem like a helmet which protects it during a bike ride. These 4 horns are exactly not a result of any mutation, but this is a rare kind of sheep named a Jacob sheep, a British breed of domestic sheep. It combines 2 characteristics unusual in sheep. It is piebald, that being dark colored with areas of white wool, and is often polycerate or multi-horned. It most commonly has 4 horns, but in some cases, their number could be increased or decreased. Even if it is a separate breed, still, it's really astonishing to see a sheep with more than 2 horns. Zany, 2-legged cat. Life becomes really difficult for someone with a missing body part, but Zany didn't really seem to care about it. She enjoys life even without her 2 front legs. She not only has a forever home, she also has a family with siblings to play with. She often outruns and outplays her brothers and sisters, despite the fact that she's working only 2 legs. Vets believe that it happened in cats due to angular limb deformity. It not only affects the kitten before it's born, but could affect the growing cat's limbs also. It could possibly result in short legs, or even no legs, as we've seen in the case of Zany. Cow with 3 horns. Nature sometimes leaves us shaken with wonders that one needs to see twice to believe. One such example has resurfaced as this ankle cow of Uganda. It has raised many questions among netizens with its bizarre appearances, and I'm sure it's also made you raise your eyebrows too. The ankle cows supposedly have such long white horns, but this one appears to be a special one with an extra horn on its head. Some people also speculated that these horns are fake, but that's now confirmed through reliable means that this is a real 3-horned cow. Honestly, the thing about which I'm thinking right now is how this cow managed to carry so much weight on its head. Cyclops kitty. Born with only 1 eye, Clyde the Cyclops kitten stunned his owners when he was born. The Bengal kitten was delivered in a veterinarian's operating room after his mother began to experience difficulties giving birth. The second of the litter, Clyde floored everyone in the room as they realized that he had been born with 1 eye and no nose. And tragically, the tiny kitten died very soon after coming into the world. According to vets, it happened due to a rare congenital disorder, cyclopia, which is characterized by facial abnormalities. In this condition, the orbits of the eye are not properly divided and developed either as a single eye field or 2 bilateral fields that are very close to each other. Goat with 2 heads. On a brisk spring morning in Wittenberg, Wisconsin, Jocelyn Nusk noticed a goat having some trouble giving birth. He helped her, and afterwards, he was left amazed after realizing she birthed a 2-headed kid, able to eat with both heads. Jocelyn Nusk named the animal Janus after the Roman god usually depicted with 2 faces. Soon after his birth, Janus gained international fame. Though his condition was unusual, Janus appeared to be in good health after his birth. Shevelin Chadwick, a local veterinarian who examined Janus, said that it's rare for an animal in Janus's condition to not only survive gestation, but also survive on its own after birth. But amazingly, Janus survived for more than 1 month. Dexter, the 3-legged dog. A lot of dogs think they're human, but Dexter took it to another level. Living in Ouray, Colorado, the bicolor, bipedal Brittany Spaniel has been turning heads wherever he goes. His owner, Kenty Pasek, says walking on 2 legs isn't a trick she taught him. Rather, it's an adaptation he made after a near-death experience. When Dexter was a puppy, he escaped his yard, darted into traffic, and got hit by a car. He lost 1 front leg, and the other was badly damaged. Everyone assumed he would need some kind of adaptive equipment to get around. He did use a wheelchair for a while, until one day when Pasek set the pooch at the foot of her porch without the wheelchair. Two-legged goat. Here's a lesson in adapting to your circumstances and persevering in the face of adversity. From a goat. This goat in Saudi Arabia was born with missing hind legs, but that didn't stop it from doing what it needed to do. Instead, the goat used to walk on its front legs with astonishing balance and resilience. A couple of times, it almost toppled over, but adjusted to the moment, and adjusting the situation appeared to be what this goat did best. The goat's owner said that there's nothing different between it and normal goats except for its legs. It can do anything normal goats used to do. Undoubtedly, nothing can stop you if you have courage. Simba the goat. Dumbo the elephant is now no longer the only animal to achieve fame for sporting lengthy lugs. Meet Simba, the kid goat from Karachi, Pakistan, whose 2 ears measure 54 centimeters or 21 inches each just after he was born. With time, they grew further and reached up to 22 inches. Due to these long ears and cute appearance, Simba got international media coverage and became a well-known figure globally. Its owner was planning to apply to the world record, but unfortunately, Simba passed away 2 months ago. And now he is trying it again with Simbi, the little sister of Simba, who also has 48 centimeter long ears. Calf with 3 eyes. What about this unique calf that has been born with 4 nostrils and 3 eyes? The Holstein Friesian Jersey cow was born on a farm in Chhattisgarh, India. The calf has an additional eye in the middle of her forehead, and also 4 holes in the nostril. Its tail looks like a heap of matted hair, and its tongue is also longer than normal calves. As this word spread, a large number of people were queuing up to see and worship the calf. Some called it an incarnation of God, whereas some believed that it was Shiva, the 3-eyed god. Vets claimed that it could be a result of abnormal growth of the embryo or caused by a hormonal disorder. 2 heads in 1 shell. And now, meet the world's oldest 2-headed tortoise. Previous year, he celebrated his 25th birthday in Geneva and gained this world title. Like the 2-headed goat we showed you previously, his name is also Janus, and the philosophy behind his name is also the same, as he's named after the ancient 2-faced Roman god. It's really difficult to live in the wild with such an extraordinary appearance. So, Janus used to live at the Geneva Natural History Museum since his birth. It usually faces the same problem as Medusa, the constant war between 2 heads. It's because they haven't realized, even after 25 years, that the food will go to the same stomach, regardless of which head has eaten it. Sheep with leg on its head. If someone told you they'd just seen a 5-legged sheep, you might assume they were trying to pull the wool over your eyes. But not in this case, dude, because this leg does not seem like wool from any angle. Its owner was left stunned after he discovered one of the sheep in his flock had a fully sized 5th leg attached to his head in what looks like a mullet hairstyle. Actually, it's a sheep with 5 legs and 6 paws, because the additional leg on the head has 2 paws. Now that's really mind-blowing. Despite this deformity, the owner claims that it's living a normal life, and this extra leg does not hamper it in its daily routine. 2-legged dog. Animals often demonstrate a remarkable resilience in overcoming substantial injuries or physical abnormalities, and the story of a dog named Faith is a striking example of that phenomenon. Faith was adopted by Jude Stringfellow in January 2003, after her son rescued the 4-week-old dog from its mother, who was apparently trying to end the life of the deformed puppy. Faith had fully developed hind legs, but it had only a single deformed front leg that was amputated for medical reasons when it was 7 months old. Although some veterinarians might advise that a dog with such serious mobility problems be euthanized, the Stringfellows raised Faith using a skateboard to acclimate her to movement, and peanut butter as an incentive taught it to hop. And it eventually learned to walk upright on 2 legs. 6-legged frog. Sombon Tuakura was having a normal stroll in a forest of the Thai province of Payao when he found this incredible frog with 6 legs. At first, he remained shocked and wondered, but then he decided to take this unique frog along with him. And now, Froggy's been living with him for more than a year. Sombun believes that Froggy is lucky for him, as he's been getting good luck with his gambling after using the number 6 to make bets, which is the same number of legs that his lucky golden frog also happens to have. Regardless of anything, this frog is unique, at least apart from being lucky or not, isn't it? Blue lobster. While fishing on the coast of Maine, these guys were not expecting this catch. Like most of the people, you might also be thinking that it's nothing but a rare breed of lobsters. Yeah, it's right, but blue lobsters are believed to be so rare that some marine biologists estimate the chance of catching one is about 1 in 2 million. In this way, it's undoubtedly a catch of a lifetime for these fishermen. Look at the difference between a normal and blue lobster. That's truly incredible. Thankfully, they were aware of its rareness, so left it again in the seawaters after keeping it in a family restaurant's aquarium for 2 weeks. Piglet with monkey's face. With its simian jaw, bulging forehead, small snout, and eyes that are so close together that they appear almost attached, it perfectly looks like a monkey. The Chinese family who owns it said that it was even scarier to look at when it was born. But now, they became a well-known figure in China due to this pig, even though they're living in a remote village. Experts claimed that it was the result of crossbreeding with the monkey, but some also denied it and blamed intense environmental pollution for it. Its owners also denied any kind of crossbreeding, but it's yet to be confirmed. What do you think about that? Tell us in the comments below. Double-headed dragon. Imagine this is a baby dragon and eating bugs to grow enough to eat some bigger stuff like humans. Isn't it freaky? For us, it's terrifying to see a 2-headed dragon. But if we see it with the dragon's point of view, 2 heads are better than 1, as the old adage goes. And judging by this awe-inspiring video, it's a saying that applies to scoffing, crunchy insects at speed. Some vets believe it's not a dragon, but dragons. In fact, conjoined twin dragons. They claim that these dragons are living their life separately. Just a little joint is responsible for this bond. Oh dear nature, when will you stop astonishing us? Winged cat. And now, the last hope of birds has also been ended, because now cats too have wings, and they can hunt in the air as well. Oh, don't worry birds, I was just kidding. Yeah, this cat has grown wings, but still, it can't fly. Now, it doesn't mean that they're fake, or this is a magic cat with superpowers. There's a complete scientific process behind it. A winged cat may appear to have wings because of poor grooming, especially in long-hair cats. Improper or infrequent grooming can cause the hair to mat and form what looks like wings. The matted fur hangs from the cat's body until the cat sheds the whole section and it falls off. Half-bodied fish. Fishes really don't care about their bodies. And honestly, why do they need to when they can remain alive even without this additional burden? This lemon fin barb had been injured in an attempt to jump from a pond and unfortunately damaged its bones and led to its tail and part of its body rotting away. Everyone was thinking that the fish had ended, but amazingly, it remained alive for 6 months without more than half of its body. Even after 6 months, experts reported that the fish died due to excessive travel, as its owner used to travel from village to village in Thailand to show it to people. Undoubtedly, Mother Nature is really unpredictable. Stumpy the duck. Now we're going to talk about Stumpy, a duck which stunned the whole world when he hatched with 4 legs. Born in Hampshire, London, a rare mutation had left Stumpy with 2 nearly full-sized legs behind the 2 he runs on. Vets thought that he might not survive so long, as the Australian 4-legged duck named Jack, born in 2002, survived just a few hours. However, Stumpy not only survived, but is now living a regular 2-legged duck life after losing those 2 extra legs accidentally. He lost one when he caught it on a fence and ripped it off. The second one turned black and fell off. the only remaining clues to his former condition are two small stumps. Kangaroo cat. Have you ever heard of a kangaroo cat? I certainly hadn't, but that's because we've never met Toad before. Imagine you're in a zoo and see a stray cat get into the kangaroo exhibit, and before the staff knew what had happened, Toad was born. Okay, that's not actually how it happened. Toad isn't really part kangaroo. He's 100% cat. But he does hop around like a kangaroo, and his little arms make him look like he's part kangaroo, which is why his owner gets questions about him all the time. Actually, he has radial hypoplasia, which caused his legs to be short and twisted. Due to it, he has normal hind legs, but twisty and shortened front legs, which make him exactly like a kangaroo. Evil-looking cat. Oh, it seems like a normal cat. Really? Take a look at it again then. I was also thinking that until I saw its zoomed-in version. Imagine having seen this cat wandering in your backyard at midnight. Isn't it creepy? It would be the last thing that I ever want to see on my lawn. And most probably, it seems like this man also has similar thoughts while capturing it on camera. Well, his commentary had made the situation more hilarious than terrifying.
Ma, there's a weird f***ing stray cat outside. It looks like grandma, the f***ing thing.
Especially when he realized that this weird cat was looking like his late grandma. By the way, he was not the only one who was stunned after seeing it. His pet cat also looked really worried. The four-eared cat. Midas began her life as a stray in the streets of Ankara, Turkey, before being adopted by Giannis Dosameci and her family. The Dosameci family adopted her after watching her unique appearance and named the kitten after the ancient Greek myth of King Midas, with a god Apollo cursed with donkey ears. Unlike the king's abnormality, Midas the cat's extra ears were caused by a genetic mutation that luckily has no negative impacts on her health. In fact, according to Midas's veterinarian, she's in great health, and from the looks of it, good spirits too. The condition also affected Midas's jaw, making her lower jaw slightly wider than her upper jaw, which causes her tongue to stick out slightly, which somehow makes her even more adorable. Frog with 3 heads. Hey dude, why are these 3 frogs sitting in such a weird position? But wait a minute. Oh my goodness! Don't tell me that they're not 3 frogs. That's truly unbelievable. This is Froggy, a 3-headed, 6-legged mutant frog, whose deformity may be linked to genetic defect or pollution. According to animal experts and biologists, the mutation could have been caused by a genetic defect or a parasite, or that pollution could have upset the frog's hormones while it was developing. This is not the very first case. People have been reporting mutant frogs for 200 years, but to find one with 3 heads and 6 legs is very rare. If any experts watching our video, give your opinion on that phenomenon for us, please. Chernobyl fish. Due to its 2 jaws and 4 eyes, this carp, known as the Chernobyl fish, has gained notoriety when it was discovered in a lake. According to hypotheses about the bizarre fish, the lake it was caught in back in 2017 was contaminated, which is why the distortion appeared. The carp appeared to be healthy and completely grown in all material respects, which led to another expert opinion, as several fish biologists have debunked all the other theories and claimed that the said fish was not contaminated, but was born deformed. Cyclops goat. Cyclopses are real! Okay, Cyclops goats are real. At least one of them anyways. It's because this one-eyed goat born in the Indian state of Assam has gotten famous internationally not only after surviving far longer than anyone anticipated, but also because he's absolutely bonkers to look at. According to the experts, this unique goat has a condition called cyclopia, which is characterized by a developing brain's failure to separate into 2 hemispheres. As a result, the skull only forms a single eye socket. It's really rare, and hence there are very few such cases. Although this goat survived just 8 days, it is still regarded as a miracle that a Cyclops goat survived so long. Its owner believes it has brought luck to him. Octogoat. Meet Octogoat, an 8-legged goat born on a farm in Croatia with both male and female reproductive organs. Zoran Paparik, the owner of this goat, said, "I counted his legs and I thought I was seeing things doubled. Then I called my neighbor to make sure that I am not crazy." Veterinarians believe it happened when underdeveloped twins' bodies merged. A veterinarian in Arkansas attributed the 8 legs and multiple reproductive organs to a process called fetal reabsorption, in which one fetus absorbs another in the womb. This same vet noted that the process is not uncommon and is usually caused by low levels of a pregnancy hormone called progesterone, and that the goat would most likely not live past 2 weeks. And, well, he was right. The goat didn't reach the 3rd week. Venus, the two-faced cat. Venus, the two-faced cat, is currently the most famous feline on the planet. One look at this cat, and you can understand why. One half is solid black with a green eye, and the other half has typical orange tabby stripes and a blue eye. Many reports about Venus refer to the cat as a chimera. In mythology, a chimera is a mishmash monster made up of parts of different animals. A feline chimera is a cat whose cells contain 2 types of DNA, caused when 2 embryos fuse together. Among cats, chimeras are not really all that rare. In fact, most male tortoiseshell cats are chimeras. The distinctive mottled orange and black coat is a sign that the cat has an extra X chromosome. Majestic two-headed whale. After the movie Two-Headed Shark Attack, now we're presenting Two-Headed Whale. But keep in mind that it's a real whale and not a movie. This conjoined twin gray whale found washed up in a lagoon could be the first of their kind ever discovered. The Siamese pair was spotted by a group of scientists in Mexico's Laguna Ojo de Liebre, or Scammons Lagoon. Scientists suspect the calves were miscarried because the carcass was only 7 feet long, compared to the normal newborn gray whale size of 12 to 16 feet. Undoubtedly, no one could claim that he had discovered all the wonders hidden in the depths of the sea. Cat with extra toes. Okay, let's guess what's unique in this feline. Head, eyes, ears, legs, everything's normal. Yeah, it looks like a normal cat. But wait a minute, just look at its toes. Now I think you got it. She's equaled a world record for the most number of toes on its paws. Aptly named Paws, a polydactyl cat. The furry feline has 28 toes with 3 extra on each forepaw and an extra on each back paw. Normal cats have a total of 18 toes, with 5 toes on each forepaw and 5 toes on each hind. Born in Minnesota, this cat has now been an internationally recognized figure due to this uniqueness. Herman, the scared cat. This kitten, Herman, has been born with a permanently startled expression due to his big eyes. Herman lives with his doting owner, Shirley, in the Danish capital Copenhagen, and acts like any other pet. However, his massive bulbous eyes are so big that he cannot completely close his eyelids, even when he is sleeping. But luckily for Shirley, tiny Herman snores, which clearly indicates when he's having a snooze. Due to his eyes, he is famous on the internet with the name of Scaredy Cat, but his owner says that he's never been scared of anything at all. Undoubtedly, Herman has given a new meaning to the term wide-eyed. Dinosaur goat. This little goat named Roo has no relation with the dinosaur except for its walking style. This is because of its mutant legs. When it was born, its owner realized that it could not walk properly, hence, just in 48 hours, they made a little cart for it. Roo used this cart for 2 or 3 days, but then decided to live on its own. Now it's living almost like any normal pet. It loves cuddling, eating, and playing with its puppy friend. Nothing has and will seem to hurdle it in any way to enjoy its life. Look at it, perfectly looking like a toddler who has just known how to walk. Toby the Two-Nosed Dog. Found wandering on the streets of Fresno, California, Toby, the Australian Shepherd, was almost put to sleep. But thankfully, he was rescued by an animal rescue group. The most astonishing thing that stunned the rescue group was his 2 noses. He was believed to be an abandoned pet, which was most likely abandoned due to his bizarre appearance. Anyway, he was then taken up to the shelter house, from where he found his new owner, Todd. Now they're living a happy life. According to Todd, Toby is the sweetest dog in the world, which can sniff anything around him. Vets believe that these two noses are not because of any accident, but because of a mutation, which produced an unmatched sniffing capability in him. Deuce the Wonder Dog. And now, meet Deuce, the fastest dog on 2 legs. Deuce rips across Gene Jaboski's backyard in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, just like any other dog who loves the outdoors. Except for the occasional full-body wipeout as he takes a corner too quickly, this pup seems totally oblivious to the fact that half of his limbs are missing. This is not by birth deformity, but happened due to an accident. In April, he was discovered dumped in a ditch with his legs severely broken and infected. Vets tried to save the legs, but they were so badly injured that they had to amputate. Now, Deuce does all his walking, running, sniffing around, and other dog stuff while balancing on his right side. This image was circulating on the internet with speculations that scientists have made a crossbreed of a goat and sheep, which backfired, and now it started killing people. There's nothing true in that. It's a picture of a simple Hebridean sheep, which has been manipulated. Here's the real picture, and the goat, which had been speculated as the killer sheep for so long. As you can see, there are also some other 4-horned sheeps along with it, so it's also not rare that it's got 4 horns, because it's common in Hebridean sheeps. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.